MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox. Stay tuned. White Sox baseball is next. Dallas Keuchel, a left-hander out of Oklahoma, will be on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Dallas Keuchel is a complete pitcher. He's kind of a throwback to a Jimmy Key kind of pitcher, a Tom Glavine type, not overpowering, 89 to 91 miles an hour with sink. Has the curveball, has the slider, and the straight changeup. What makes Dallas Keuchel so good, he'll throw all four of his pitches at any point in the count.
Coming to the plate now, Chris Bryant. He will lead this one off today. Now here's the pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man this afternoon. 2-0 now. Here's the pitch. Slow roller left side. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
That accepted. The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. Head-to-head passed with Dallas Keuchel. 2 hits in 7 tries. He also has 1 home run. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Rizzo is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
Another 0-2 coming. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
And that brings up Javi Baez, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1.
Well, even though these two teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. Now it's the White Sox turn in a scoreless ball game. Yu Darvish, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Yu Darvish is what you look at when you're looking for an ace. Big, strong guy, came over from Japan, 95 to 97 miles an hour. all the way back from Tommy John surgery, has the curveball, the changeup, and the slider. Will throw any pitch at any count. One of the top pitchers in the game, and you'll know early if he's seeing a lot of swings and misses and strikeouts, it's going to be a long day for those guys swinging the bats.
Tim Anderson stands in as he looks at ball one here. Hit the other way out toward right field. Therefore, it is Hayward now, one away.
Batting second, the third baseman, Moncada.
So here's Yoan Moncada. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. He's set. Here it comes. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Darvish has tossed more than 1,000 innings at the big league level and hangs an ERA just a little over 3.5. Bases are empty, 1 man out. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
In there, and it's full 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The next 3-2. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. So here's Jose Abreu. First delivery to him on the way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
And he'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1. Swing and a miss much too early, and that makes it a full count.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Well, when you go with the slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Digging in, Yasmani Grandal. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the stretch, here's the pitch. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Darvish pauses. 2-0 on its way. And he fouls this one off. Abreu, the runner at first with 2 gone. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. White Sox leave 1. Still no score. New inning set to get underway, and next it'll be the left-handed power threat Kyle Schwarber. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Schwarber, an Ohio native, who was selected in the first round during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name.
Meanwhile now, this is a fair ball down the line in left, and that ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Nice piece of hitting right there. He obviously recognized Cutter away, stayed inside it, and was able to drive it the other way.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike.
Come on, White Sox.
0-1 count and the pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. The 1-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Still 2-2. Hit on the ground to third. Moncada fields it cleanly, and there are 2 away now. So in now for Chicago, Steven Souza, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on by Souza, and he connects to left field. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. It's a 2-run homer for Steven Souza, as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
You know, D-Row, you're not afforded as many mistakes when you're not throwing that ball in the 90s or above. This guy needs to be real fine with his location.
You know, Dan, that's just a great swing by that hitter right there, because when you see low velocity, a guy out on the mound that's not going to blow the heater by you, maybe sometimes you expand the zone. Not the case right there. He set him up. He wanted something over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Ian Happ started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Now here's the pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss got him reaching. Grandal has it, and the throw to first ends the inning. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and striding forward the designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes set with the 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Jimenez.
Ready now for the White Sox, Eloy Jimenez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now the pitch. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Down and away, ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. On the ground to the right side. Throw on to first, 2 gone. In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. Trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. It comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now the 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Non-competitive pitch right there, runs the count to 2-0, and he is ready to do some damage in the box.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Schwarber is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Down in order go the White Sox. They're down 2-0. Into the box now, Jason Kipnis, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch of the at-bat. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. There's a cold strike as he nips the corner. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Really tied him up on that one.
Yikes, he kind of looked clueless on that swing right there, man. If I'm pitching, I'm going right back to that same pitch.
And Kipnis is going to reach on a base hit.
Leadoff single to start the 3rd right now. From an offensive standpoint, keep the aggressive at-bats happening. Keep the pressure on the defense. Everything's looking good right now.
Here's Chris Bryant now, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Bryant, 28 years old. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
Liner in there for a base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
Hey, listen, as a pitcher, when you fall behind with 3 balls, you want to come in there and throw a strike, and sometimes you're going to give up a base hit.
Yeah, Danny, that's the name of the game from the offensive standpoint. Work yourself, count leverage, man. 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Buy yourself that pot-committed fastball and cheat.
Now at the plate, Anthony Rizzo. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Slider finds the zone for a strike.
Hey, 2 options if you're standing on the bump right now. Have to find a way to punch this guy's ticket or roll a double play.
Oh, and 1, here it comes.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitches were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
Fouled off. Kipnis over at second. Bryant at first with no outs. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Full count. Here it comes. And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Stepping into the box, Javier Baez. He could really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases loaded. From the stretch.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Waiting on it is Jimenez. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Man, this is a spot where you really want to get greedy as a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping for that big swing of the bat. What does he get? A sacrifice fly, and only 1 run scores. I'm sure he wanted more, but he's not going to complain about the RBI.
So first and second with 1 man gone, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber. From the stretch.
Oh. 1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
Now the 1-1 pitch is laid off for ball 2.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
The 3-2 pitch. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the ground is short. This could be 2. The second for 1. Throw back to Abreu. They get them both, and the side is retired. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Cubs lead this one 3-0. Now in the box, Luis Robert. He'll begin things here against Yu Darvish.
The center fielder, Luis Robert.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Grounded to the right. Kipnis showing off his range. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Stepping up to the plate, Leury Garcia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch. In there, strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Pulled toward right center field. Happ will range to his left and put it away. 2 down. So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next, it'll be Tim Anderson. He's set, and the pitch.
No, that's the ball. 1-0.
The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And the White Sox are back in it. It's a 3-1 ball game.
This one left the bat, I thought it was going to be an easy out to right, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and the right fielder gave it a great effort and almost brought it back, but no dice.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yohan Moncada. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Darvish pauses. Here it is on 1-0. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Schwarber is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But for the Sox, a run here in the inning on the solo home run. We played 3 full. It's the Cubs 3 and the White Sox 1. Welcome back to the South Side as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the inning, and next will be the power-hitting catcher, Wilson Contreras. First offering on its way. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. And that's going to land foul. Here's the pitch on 2-2. On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A 1-0 delivery.
You can bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
A 1-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Pulled toward right center field. Robert arranged to his left and put it away. 2 down. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Steven Souza. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
The last at-bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Ball hit on the ground for Anderson at short. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it, the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Leading off the inning, Jose Abreu, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And it's fouled away.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Slow roller out to short. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He's set. Here it comes.
1-0.
3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Grandal stands 6'1" and hits from both sides of the plate. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. 3-0 now. Edwin Encarnacion will be next. Grandal with a 3-1 count now. Line to the right side. And that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion.
Edwin Encarnacion to the plate now, as he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. The 0-1 delivery. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Into the box now, Eloy Jimenez, as he'll take a look at ball 1. The 1-0 is in off the plate.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Now a pitch swung on and missed. It's 2-1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Now the 2-1.
Hey!
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. A man left for the White Sox. Score holds. It's 3-1. All ready to go in the top of the fifth. And set to go is the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ.
Ian Happ.
First pitch on its way. In there, 0-1.
0-1.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Fouled away. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. What happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind the count 3-2.
Now the payoff pitch home. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring it right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Moncada has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order as the lead remains 3-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said it's been pretty apparent that they're just not finding a lot of hard contact today. There have been a lot of outs on softly hit balls, and while most of the credit for that goes to the opposing pitching, he said it's important for them to continue to make adjustments at the plate. It's games like these where they have to get back to the basics and find a way to generate some offense.
Thank you, Heidi.
No ball.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Nomar Mazara is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. This is on the ground over to first. Rizzo is there, throws in time, and that's out number 1. Digging in, Luis Robert. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Here's Darvish on 0-2. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Standing in now, Leury Garcia, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The 1-0 home.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Hayward has a read on it, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the White Sox, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Standing in, Anthony Rizzo. He'll begin things here against Dallas Keuchel.
Anthony Rizzo.
First offering on its way. Some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Now, surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Riding in once again, Javier Baez. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
Now the 1-0. Now a swing and a ball foul tipped right off our home plate umpire, and with no time to react, that is tough duty back there. Let's hope he's okay. And another foul ball. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning. Two away now for the Cubs in the 6th. And next it'll be the left-handed power threat, Kyle Schwarber. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against him.
The 1-0.
2 balls, no strike.
And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4.
Up next to the Cubs, the catcher, Wilson.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and Wilson Contreras digs in at the plate. Has a look, now the pitch.
No ball. 1 strike.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Hit out towards second. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll depart after 5 2/3, as it'll be up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ball game. Jay Spry trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
57.
Into the box, Jason Hayward, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And it's 1-2.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Cubs strand a couple, and it's still 3-1. And the next to bat will be Tim Anderson. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
1-0.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Hit back up the middle. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And that'll bring up the former top prospect as a minor leaguer, Yohan Moncada. Stretch.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he better be careful with that curveball. That's coming across and catching a lot of plate, and if he stays back, he's going to drive that thing with some serious authority. Oh,
0-1, here it comes. good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now. 0-2.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Pulled toward right center field. Happ will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. 1 out for Chicago here in the 6th, and one of the more prolific RBI men in the league the last few years, Jose Abreu, will bat next. Here comes the first pitch, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on.
1 ball, no strike.
Anderson stands at first with 1 out. Hard on the ground towards short. Kipnis on to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Nothing doing here for the White Sox. They still trail it here 3-1. Now at the plate, Steven Souza. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park, just like he did back in the 2nd. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Fry is among a dying breed. Those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Number 8.
Stepping up now, Ian Happ. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Happ with a 2-1 count now. 2-2 now. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more apt to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one that wasn't even close.
Mazzara is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Ready now, Jason Kipnis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 0-1. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And he falls behind now. 2-0.
2 outs here, and the focus needs to stay sharp. You don't want that lineup turning over in an inning if you can help it.
That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. Here's the pitch.
Inside, ball 3.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
2 out, nobody on. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that, because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
The next Cub up, Chris Bryant. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what is he doing? He shows up, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
The 1-0. Scorched to third. Oh, look at the dive. Wow. One left for the Cubs, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. And here's the switch hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only one run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Fouled off. The 1-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Yeah, well, down 2. You better believe they gladly take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner on and get that tie run to the plate.
The 3-1. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Into the corner and slicing foul.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
He pops him up toward the left side of the infield, and he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning. Ready for another chance? Edwin Encarnacion. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Here comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
1 ball, no strike. Nope, I'll do.
Eloy Jimenez is on deck. He's set. Here's the 3-0. Hit out towards second. Throw on to first will take care of Encarnacion for the second out. So striding forward now, Eloy Jimenez. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Two balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder. That's toward the corner and deep. A ball that's carrying. Into the corner. He makes the catch to end the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. Score holds. It's 3-1. Aaron Bummer has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 39, Aaron Bummer.
Digging in now, Anthony Rizzo. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's 0 for 4.
Number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
From the stretch.
Oh.
The 1-0 delivery. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And look out. He has to back away there and then give a little glare out to the mound. It's ball 2.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
2-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Here's Javier Baez. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. It was a walk in his last trip. He's set and the pitch. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs as the lead remains 3-1. Rowan Wick is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 50.
So stepping in, Nomar Mazara 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
First pitch of the at-bat. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Wick, a 27-year-old. He was a 9th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. Here's Kipnis now, the second baseman. Throw in time at first. A nice play in short right for the first out. The Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. Great day's work any way you look at it.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
At the plate now, Luis Robert, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch.
Someone on this offense needs to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and start the line moving again. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's fouled away. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the 2nd time this afternoon. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Stepping in now, Leury Garcia, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here comes the 1-0. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2.
One pitch away from wrapping up a very good innings work out of the bullpen here.
Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder on the run, and a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Tim Anderson is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Everything this guy throws moves, and that two-seamer has a mind of its own.
Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Mark, Dan, and I are back with more after this. Jimmy Cordero enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Set to start the 9th in this one, and stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. The lefty Jason Hayward waits in the on-deck circle. The 3-1 is in there for a full count now. 3-2.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
hard hit ball to short.
Anderson scoops it up.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. Now at the plate, Jason Hayward. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty, one man out. And a swing and a miss here, and the first two are dispatched to begin the ninth.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
So now to the plate, Steven Souza. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Drilled down the line. Moncada gloves it. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it, the side is retired. Cubs are down in order, and it's still 3-1. Craig Kimbrell comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Number 46, Craig Kimbrell.
All set for the bottom of the ninth. And next will be the switch hitting third baseman, Yoan Moncada. He's set. Here it comes. The 1-0 home is taken for ball two.
Hey, not a good spot to be, down 2-0. This guy has some serious pop at the plate. I'm expecting a big hack here.
And that one's wide to the mark. Ball three. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. And that is the start they were looking for, down by 2, as that misses for ball 4.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And one of the more prolific RBI men in the league the last few years, Jose Abreu, will bat next. From the belt, kicks and deals. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just to give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Two and 1 the count to the White Sox first baseman.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Moncada aboard here at first with nobody out. Abreu with good wood on that one, but this will hook down the left field line and out of play. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Into the box now, Yasmani Grandal. Fouled away. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. From the belt, the pitch. Runner at first here, 1 man out. 1-2 to the White Sox catcher. Ready on 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he fouls this one off. High in the air out to center field. Happ is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Edwin Encarnacion, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First delivery to him on the way. Knuckle curve breaks outside for ball 1. 2 out with the man at first. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. Swung on, missed. 2-1.
You can't go after that pitch with less than 2 strikes on you. There's no way you're going to do any damage with a ball executed down and away in the zone.
Kimbrel's ready. Here's the 2-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. The White Sox down to their last strike. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
Just more of the same from Craig Kimbrel. He comes out of the bullpen and fires a scoreless 9th inning to pick up the save. Business as usual for one of the best in the game.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. The Chicago Cubs took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Yu Darvish gets the W on the mound. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the White Sox, 1 run.